So bear with me. I'm actually waiting for some programs for my computer. I wanted to have a page more ready for just like a couple videos you could just like hop on and instantly start watching that were more organized in this. But I think that's going to be coming a little bit later. And I've been getting a lot of messages, so I figured I should at least try to respond right now. Anyhow, yeah, I haven't made notes. Don't laugh at me. But, so, I'm going to make a Facebook page now, and you guys can just hop over there, ask any question you want. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. Keep in mind, I'm not a physician. I don't have all the answers, but I'll try as best I can, and that way you can see each other's questions. That way they don't get repeated, and you can just ask away, and if I think some have one answer, I'll try to answer them together. But, yeah, so I've been getting a lot of messages, and most of them are pretty, routine, like, what have you done? What is your secret? Blah, blah, blah. But there were a couple in particular that really struck me, and made me think of a subject that I thought should be addressed right now. And, let's see, I think there's a couple lines in here, and one of them in particular just, here's what it is. I'm disgusted at what I see in the mirror. Please help me. I read that, and that just broke my heart. And I just want you to know, like, we've all been there, and we've all felt that way about anything in particular, not even necessarily just, like, weight loss. And I think that this is probably, in my opinion, honestly, the most important part about weight loss is how you approach it. And, there's kind of two ways that you can do that, which would be positive or negative. And weight loss is more than just a physical side, it's a mental side, and it's a head game. Believe me, I know, it's a struggle. And most people approach it like, like it's a battle. They get in the weight room and they're throwing things around and they're running because they have to lose this weight. And, I mean, that's good that they're working hard, but I think the most important thing about losing weight is knowing why you gained the weight in the first place. And that was something I struggled with. I lost actually a fair bit of weight. I lost 30 pounds, and then I actually gained like 20 of it back. And I was thinking, like, what have I done wrong? And oh my gosh, I'm so lazy. And then I finally realized, no, why did I gain it in the first place? And what led me to that? And where was my mental state in when I was, struggling? And I just want you to know that, like, I mean, everyone has hard times in anything that's a challenge, a hobby, a sport, a music like instrument. It doesn't matter. There's definitely a mental aspect to it. And if you approach from a negative standpoint, I think you just aren't setting yourself up for success. Like, say for instance, you mess up and you've been working pretty hard at losing weight and you eat a pint of ice cream. If you eat it and you are approaching yourself from a negative standpoint, you're going to say, wow, like, I can't believe I did this. I'm such a freaking fat ass. How did I do this? Great. I just freaking suck at this. And then next thing you know, you may be eating even more because you're trying to console yourself, or maybe you're so sad about it you don't go on to that workout that you said you were going to do the next day, versus a positive mental attitude on that would be like, you know what? Screw it up. Things happen. At least I didn't eat the whole thing. And I can work tomorrow. I can do this. So I think just coming in with, I hate what I see in the mirror, it just breaks my heart to just get into that state. And you have to see yourself as beautiful where you are, no matter what stage in weight loss you are. Because if you don't love yourself and you can't figure out who you are as a person and what do you struggle with and what brought you to these points, because if you know your faults and you know your weak points, you know how to be successful. Like, if you know that you tend to be sad when this situation happens and it gets you down, you go to, like, binge on food or whatever, then you know to watch out for it. And hey, it's not that I'm actually hungry, I'm just upset, and then you can kind of break the pattern. But if you go in with such a negative mindset that you can't even see through the logic into the steps of what brought you there, then you're just going to tear yourself apart. And I understand it's a battle, it's a struggle, and weight loss is challenging. But I think that, anything negative brought in with weight loss is not going to set you up for success. And I just want to let you know that no part of my weight loss was due to bulimia, anorexia, anything of that. It took me the time to lose this weight because I wanted to be healthy and not just about looking good. And I think a lot of people think that losing weight is taking something away. I'm going to stop eating junk food. I'm going to stop eating this. I'm never having ice cream again. Never. never having ice cream again. And I think it should be more about enriching your life. Losing weight should be about giving something to yourself. I'm respecting myself enough to do all the things I said I would do, or I'm giving my body the nutrients it needs. I'm doing this to be healthy. I'm doing this to be happy. I'm doing this for my friends, my family, myself. And so it shouldn't be about I'm getting rid of this ugly fat and I'm getting rid of all this, because if you negativity breeds negativity. It's a bad cycle you can get yourself caught in. And if you even do manage to lose the weight, you're still going to be in a negative mindset, and there's going to be still things that make you unhappy, and you may be happier with how you look, but if you're not happy with yourself, then what's the point? So I think that's kind of my message of today that I thought was just needed to be addressed now, is figure out why you want to lose the weight, figure out the state you're coming at to address it, and I think that's a huge key to success. But anyhow, hope that helped. There will be actual ones on like habits I did and exercises later, but I thought that that was just something that was really important that needed to be talked about now. Alright, thanks guys.